These drivers believe flashing their lights gives them a turbo boost. Hey, welcome to Grand Tiger Gaming, where I cover Gran Turismo and other racing game topics. Today we're driving the Mazda MX-5 on the Kyoto Driving Park Miyabi, and I am starting in the third pole position. This little Mazda tends to create a love-hate relationship, but guys, you just gotta embrace it. I mean, how can you say no to a face like this? Contrary to what I said earlier, flashing your lights does not make you faster. Sorry, Ando. Alright, so as we get this race off to its start, we're going to be focusing on myself and the cars in the 1 and 2 positions. I'm just going to call them Ando and Biso for short. A very important note I want to point out is that all the slower cars in this race have traction control on. So those of us in the top 4 end up locking in these spots for most of the race. And yeah, when I had reviewed the race, almost every other car behind us had TCS on. So guys, traction control will absolutely slow you down, especially in the Mazda MX-5. For every turn, you're really losing a good percentage of your momentum that you should be retaining. So definitely turn off TCS all the way to 0 and get used to it. You can try it out for yourself. Even if you put it on TCS 1, you'll see that every time you turn, you're easily losing like 10 miles per hour on every turn. Since some races such as this one, you're starting the race in a stopped position, it is okay to have TCS turned on to 1 to roll off the starting line, but you definitely want to turn it off once you get past first gear. Alright, so focusing back on the race, because of Ando's aggressive driving, Biso almost gets knocked into me, but I ended up just eating the grass and taking the penalty to keep my SR intact and keep my speed up as well. Penalties really suck, but sometimes you're better off taking it and keeping cool. It really pays off long term to drive this way, guys. In terms of handling, the MX-5 is kind of a weird mix of stiff and drifty. Stiff-tree? But keeping the brakes at +1 to the rear will help with the tight turns, and you just have to get used to not letting the car spin out. So staying in 3rd gear and up is really helpful to prevent those spin outs. Some guys don't even go below 3rd gear on this map, like Mazda MCA. But for me, I do find that going into 2nd gear real quick on the tightest turns really helps me personally. Remember guys, you have to find your line. So ultimately, do what works for you. Just a quick reminder, if you guys are enjoying this, don't forget to like and sub. I'll be doing a lot of coverage on Gran Turismo 7, so stay tuned. The MX-5 isn't the most powerful car, but it is really fun, so do give it a chance. But anyway, by this point, I've concluded that Andover's pretty much a monster. He's bordering on racing aggressive, but also pretty much dirty. I can almost guarantee if Ando had just backed off a bit here and there, there's a good chance he could have driven more clean and put enough pressure on Biso to eventually pass him up and even finish in 1st. Also guys, I want to point out something amazing. Despite being Brazilian, Biso is actually driving pretty clean. Props to those clean Brazilian drivers out there. Y'all are 1 in a million. You guys are a beacon of hope for all of us outside of Brazil. We believe in you. But anyway, as I was saying earlier, driving dirty hurts everyone. As you'll see, he actually had first for pretty much the whole middle of the race, but because he's driving overly aggressive, he ends up getting booted into another dimension by accident, it seemed, and yeah, finishes a lot lower than he could have. Alright guys, so Gran Turismo 7 is about a month away. It's really crazy that it's almost finally here. I'll be posting a lot more Gran Turismo related content, including reviews, guides, and more. So remember to subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thank you, gracias, and domo arigato, Mr. Otto. Grand Tiger, out.